Say describing the moment he came face to face with the alleged gunman in the Monterey Park mass shooting. Brandon at the time had no idea 20 minutes prior the shooter had unleashed terror at the Star Dance studio in nearby Monterey Park.
This was somebody I have never seen before.
Brandon telling GMA's Robin Roberts in an exclusive interview he was watching dancers winding down Saturday night from Chinese Lunar New Year events in the Lai Lai Ballroom when he heard a noise behind him, the sound of metal clicking.
That's when I turned around and saw that there was an Asian man holding a gun. Something came over me. I realized I needed to get the weapon away from him. I needed to take this weapon, disarm him, or else everybody would have died.
This security camera shows Brandon and the alleged shooter, Hu Can Tran, fight for the gun. During the scuffle, the 26-year-old hit in the head. You can see the bruise on his nose.
Finally, at one point, I was able to pull the gun away from him, shove him aside, create some distance, point the gun at him, intimidate him, shout at him and say, "Get the hell out of here. I'll shoot. Get away. Go."
Brandon says the suspect left. Investigators tracking him down, finding him barricaded in this white van with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators and this community calling Brandon a hero.
You know what courage is? Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the ability to have adversity to fear when fearful events happen, such as this.
Tim Pulliam, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Meanwhile, 2 more victims. And he loved all kinds of dance. The community is still trying to wrap their heads around the violence.
Right now, it's like I don't know who. I want to know who, and then I'm concerned, but like who's alive, who's not.
Officials say the victims range in age from 50 to 70 years old, or maybe even a little older. Stay with us. Our Jaysha Patel will have a live report coming up at 11:30. And if you or anyone you know is struggling to process what happened over the weekend, you're encouraged to call the LA County Mental Health Line. The number is on your screen. Compassionate professionals who speak multiple languages are there for anyone feeling scared, helpless, or confused. Our coverage of the tragedy in Monterey Park will continue throughout the day, so be sure to download the ABC 7 Los Angeles app for all of the latest developments.
And those emotions might come at any time. So write that number down, hold on to it, even a week, a month from now. Make sure you call.
Yeah.
Okay, another top story today is our weather. Last night, the wind really began to change things. Let's go over to Alex Cheney and find out what's in store for us the rest of the day.
That's right, Philip. Those winds were very strong overnight. The Santa Ana winds passing through Southern California. That's going to continue this afternoon, and then by tonight, those winds are going to start to settle down just a little bit. Winds out there right now, 31 miles an hour in Santa Clarita, but the Weather Center out through Magic Mountain recorded a top wind speed of about 66 miles an hour within the last few hours here, and you can still see very windy outside. All this wind coming from the offshore direction, pushing from the interior and out towards the beach. That is a classic Santa Ana wind. Okay, looking outside right now, here's Riverside bouncing around 55 degrees right now. I have the Inland Empire, if you're out there, only warming up to about 59 degrees today, so several spots going to be on the cooler side. 62 out in Irvine right now with the American flag going crazy out there. There's a wind warning through 2 p.m. this afternoon to the deserts and the mountains. Wind speeds potentially up to about 60 miles an hour. Temperatures out there at the moment, nice and cool, 64 degrees in Los Angeles, and the mountains are below freezing right now. Still to come in the 7-day forecast, a nice sunny week ahead, but there is a chance of showers. I'll tell you which day. That's coming up.
Another chance of showers.
One.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Our coverage of the Monterey Park mass shooting continues. President Biden paying tribute to the victims this morning. That's next.
Many are paying their respects with